Greetings all, Shane Bruce, RestoMod Daisy, and we've got a new video today. The gun on the bench is the next project we're going to tackle here at RestoMod, so we're doing a part 1 on this early production Daisy number 111 Model 40 Red Ryder Carbine. Let's go down and take a closer look and see just what we're dealing with today. As you can see, it's got the Red Ryder emblem on the left side of the stock. We're going to get it on the ground here so we can pivot and fiddle a bit. There it is, the old Fred Harmon signature. And red's looking pretty good. It's a nice deep imprint. That, I don't know. That's a roll stamp. That's not the burned in print. You can see that it's an old gun. It's original. The subscriber that sent it in for work is the original owner. And at some point in time, in the last, let's see, 1940 to now, 80 years, the wrist of the stock suffered a crack and was repaired. You can see where the glue kind of globbed up there. And then there's some extra insurance. They either put a screw or drove a nail into the crack itself. Now, this is an indication of an early gun. This is the small top stock screw. On later guns, these screws were slightly larger. Now, it's always difficult to date these early guns precisely because there was a large period of time when they weren't produced at all due to, World War II. A little inconvenient there. As you can see, this is a Plymouth, Michigan gun. It doesn't have a register number or a lot number. It does have the patent number, but it's got a fairly nice scroll. You can read it. It'll look a lot better once we get the service work done on the gun that we're going to do. Now here's another interesting little bit to look at in these early daisies. An adjustable rear sight with that stepped buckhorn is a sign of an earlier gun, and that spring anchor with the dish as opposed to the roll or rolled over top is another sign of an early gun. And let's take a look at the steel work down here. This also has a cast iron lever, so that makes the gun early production of 46 maybe, with a big chunk of time out of production because they just weren't making guns at that point. Now you can see there's a lot of schmutz in here. The original stock through bolt's been replaced, and if I catch this light just right, you can see some striations on that steel. Somebody got after this receiver with a Dremel tool, probably in an effort to reduce the amount of surface rust that was on it. And you can see those tiny scratches that are still there in the steel. That's going to be difficult to take out, but I think we can manage it. We'll find out one way or the other. Well, let's roll down to the front of the gun. We'll lay her flat and get our stands out of the way. And we'll find, yes, there it is. This is the fat barrel band. That is common to the early production 111 Model 40s. Later guns would have thinner pieces in terms of width. Same thickness of steel, but thinner. And there we have a suspicious green dust. This might have been a copper band gun, because only copper leaves that green hint. And we'll see there's a bit more green on the steel behind it. Copper band gun? Not a copper band gun. Copper band gun? Not a copper band gun. I can't say for sure, but I can always say maybe. All right, let's roll down to the front sight, and we'll see that, yes, it does have the peened front barrel band with the front sight. That is a trademark of the copper band guns, but I don't see any residue green schmutz around this. Of course, 80 plus years, a little bit of oil and a lot of rubbing, and it could all went away. There's some odd looking stuff. Let's get her flipped over and look at the offside. Oh, here we go. That's a good example. You see that the way that is tracked, the steel shows tracking. You can see it with the naked eye. I'm hoping the camera can show it as well. Those little scrapes. Somebody got a little happy with the Dremel tool on this one. Let's see if we can get that fixed, smooth that up some. The right-hand side of the stock looks pretty good. The only real problem with it is the crack up here at the wrist. And you can see the difference in finish here. This is a varnish finish. It might be something that somebody else put on at a later date. As we move on down, back to the barrel. Yeah, there's some stuff to be done here. But we should be able to get the job finished up and get back to the customer with fire blued steel, a new set of Slim Jim stocks, and some internal upgrades, but nothing too radical. No flex levers, no sliding spring blocks. Just a Cobalt 327 super spring and an overbore air tube. And we'll see if we can get a Model 25 shot tube in that bad boy and see what she'll run. So, that's what we got going on today, kids. This is Shane Bruce with RestoMod Daisy, signing off.